What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that subscribed. I can't even believe it. You guys made me happy and made me feel really good about myself. So thank you. I wasn't doing this to get subscribers to begin with. I was just doing this to help you. But again, thank you so much. 100 subscribers in 3 days was crazy. I didn't even think this could happen. But anyways, I'm gonna get into how to set up shipping on Etsy, and yeah, let's get started. So what we're gonna do is hop onto the computer. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to set up your shipping settings on Etsy. And just an FYI, I will also be going through how to set up shipping and do the whole process start to finish when you get an order. So if you're interested in watching that, stick with me until the end. But what you're gonna wanna do is go into your shop manager on Etsy. Then you're going to click on shipping settings. And from here, you're going to create your shipping profile. So shipping profiles can be used for multiple listings with similar shopping costs. And this is going to make it really fast when you want to add new items to your shop or update multiple listings at once. So what we're going to do is click this Create a Profile tab. And then it's going to open this little square white box that says Create Shipping Profile. Right here, we're going to look at shipping prices. So do we want Etsy to calculate the prices for us, or are you going to enter them manually? I recommend to have Etsy just calculate them for you. It's really simple. You just have to give them dimensions and enter the weight. Or you can just enter the prices if you know them manually. That's a little bit risky for me because I don't know that, and I don't want to risk making a mistake and then having the post office send the packages back to me. So I just let Etsy handle it. So if you're like me, just do that. Next, you want to go ahead and enter the origin zip code. So this is going to be the zip code where you're sending packages from. And then you want to select your processing time. So this is basically how long it takes you to prepare your package and get it put into the mail. So you can click on the little drop down and see if your times are here. If they're not, you can enter a custom range right there. Etsy did make a note that buyers are more likely to purchase items that ship quickly. So if you didn't know that, now you know. And then you want to also decide where you're going to ship. So are you only shipping in the United States, or are you going to be shipping internationally? If you click the little edit on the side of this, you'll be able to pick specifics. But that's it for the international. Then we want to go into shipping services. So you have 6 USPS mail classes to choose from. You're going to click the little edit button on the side, and you have 3 domestic options to choose from and 3 international options to choose from. So this part is going to be a little bit tricky, so just bear with me. Now, if you're going to be offering free domestic shipping, click the free domestic shipping option, but then go back into these domestic shipping options that you have up top. And you're going to unclick the one that you don't want to offer free shipping for. So I just learned this, that I didn't have these unselected. So when I chose free domestic shipping, it was offering all of these options for free. So if they chose Priority Mail Express, I had to pay that humongous price for Priority Mail Express because I'm offering free domestic shipping no matter what. So I recommend taking these off and just doing the first class mail for free, because first class mail is the most affordable. But I mean, if you have the budget to go ahead and offer these as well, you can do that, but that's just my recommendation. Now, if you're not offering free domestic shipping, you can unclick this option and then click all 3 because you do want to give that variety of choices to your buyer. I hope that helped. If you have any questions on that too, you can comment below. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that well. And then again, same thing for free international shipping. And now we're going to get into this handling fee section. So basically, this is where you're going to decide if you want to add the price of what you paid for the box in this section. You can just put $1 in here. So you just enter it manually. Whoop, not $100. I wish. More like $1. So this is totally optional. Again, you don't have to do this, but the buyers aren't going to see this as a separate charge. They'll see this all together in the shipping, so they're not going to know that it's just a handling fee. And then lastly, you're going to name this profile name. So if this is something that you're going to like make specifically for one of your products, like if you're selling just mugs, you can just name this mugs or whatever you'd like, and then you're going to save the profile. Now, the next thing I wanted to get into was, once you made the profile, you have to go into your listing and update it if it was already set on a different profile. If it's the same profile and you just kind of made some changes on it, it'll already update for you. But like for instance, if I go into this listing right here, I'm going to go all the way down to my profile shipping section, and then I'm going to click whichever profile that I want. So that gives you a better idea of it. I hope that helps. And then after you select your appropriate shipping profile for that product, you're going to just hit publish. So there are still a few little sections in the shipping settings area that I wanted to go over, just in case you guys are curious about them. So let's go back there. I'm going to click on the settings again, shipping settings. All right, so I'm talking about these little tabs up here. You're going to click on the free shipping guarantee. So basically what free shipping guarantee is, it's basically talking about priority placement. So if your shop offers free shipping or offers free shipping on products over $35 or more, you get a better priority placement on the search page. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can click on this tab and read all of the little sub-tabs that they have on here. It's pretty helpful. They have like some guides on how the search engine works basically, and I recommend reading it because this is coming directly from Etsy and they're trying to help you get better results with your shop. So why not look into it? The more research, the better. The next part is package preferences. So this is going to help you print your shipping labels faster. So if you have a lot of the same like packaging or calculated shipping rates for most of your products, then I recommend using this. It will make it a lot faster. You can just add your package that you use. So they have options here, or if you have a custom type of package that you always use, you can click that and then enter the dimensions here and then hit save and then continue to add accordingly. The next one would be rates and upgrades. So this is where you choose the rates that you'd like for calculated shipping. Basically, if you use first class package service up to 16 ounces, they recommend that you use Etsy shipping label rates, but if you only use up to 13 ounces, then they recommend you use post office retail rates. So I would select whichever one is most fitting for your shop. And then shipping upgrades, basically this gives buyers the options to upgrade their shipping, their expedited shipping options during checkout. So that's when they can get their shipping faster and so forth. So I enabled this because I do want to give them that option. It also is really good customer service to, let your customers have as many choices as they'd like. All right, and then lastly, there's another section that talks about shipping label options. So this first section is pretty much the one you really want to focus on. This is a downloading the labels section. So if you have a normal printer, you can either choose to keep your labels on one page or you can group them together on one page. Now, for everyone else that has a thermal printer, make sure that you select this little section that it formats your labels for a 4x6 label printer. I didn't know this before, so I was having to Photoshop my labels into a 4x6. So I'm trying to save you guys the hassle of having to do that, and that's really embarrassing. but because it's really simple, it's like right here. But yeah, it's just a click away. And then the rest are pretty, I mean, they're not really super important, but they will help as well. So there's a section that says pre-filled calculating shipping labels. You do want to have them pre-fill the labels for you. That way it's much faster, especially when your shop starts picking up and you get more orders. You're not going to have time to enter everything in manually every single time. Like, what if you have 100 plus orders? It's going to take you all day. So what it does is it just pre-fills labels for you, and then you can make the edits before printing. So if there is a mistake, it'll let you fix it. And then you can have the options to have a USPS customs form signature, an international customs form, and then default label presets. So again, I don't really use these too much, so I'm not going to get into those. But once you have your preferences filled out up here, then you're going to save them below. So that's pretty much it as far as shipping goes. Now I want to get into what happens when you finally get an order. I'm going to cover what you need, how to print the label, and how to get things on their way to the post office. So what you'll need first is a scale. I'll link this down below as well so you can see where you can get one. You're going to need some packaging equipment. So in this case, I'm using a box and some bubble wrap and some packing paper. And then of course you're going to need some tape and a printer. So you can either use a regular paper printer or you can use a thermal printer, which is what I recommend. You save so much ink, and you all know that ink is expensive. So if you have the budget to do that, I recommend it. I'll also link that below so you can see where I got mine. So I messed up, and I'm apologizing to you guys right now. I had saved an order from earlier today that I was going to use to walk you through the process of how to print the label and to show you what it would look like in your Etsy shop. But we're just gonna have to wing it now and go in and just print out a label from that old order that I already printed. So I'm so sorry again, but I guess stuff happens. We just have to make the best of it, right? So what we're gonna do is go back into Shop Manager, and then you're gonna click on the orders and shipping section, and then you're going to see your order right here. Yours should be in this new section, but because mine has been completed, it'll be here. And then you're going to select the order that you want. Sorry, I meant to do that. And then you're going to click this little black box that says Get Shipping Labels. So we're going to click that. And it's going to take you to the delivery information for your order. Right here, it tells you who you're shipping it to, the order number, and then what mail service is has been selected. It tells you that it should arrive on time, and that USPS verified the address, and that shipping has been upgraded. So it basically will tell you too if there's like any red flags with the information that the customer has entered. So sometimes I've gotten like a red flag for an invalid address. So those are problems that you might have to face and you have to pay attention to. So I would always check this little box, but if you have all these green checks, then you're good to go. So we want to focus on the ship date. The ship date means that this is the date that the post office is going to get the package. Keep in mind though, look, as if I start moving the shipping date later, it tells you right here that it may arrive late, and that may affect your reviews, and it may affect your chance at getting star seller as well. So keep that in mind. Try to get it as close to, what you selected on your processing time. And then if you need to add a note to the buyer, you can add that right here. This is, again, if you need to edit any of the address that the customer had entered. Let's say they maybe made a misspell or something, you can just edit it here. And then now you're going to select the package type that you're going to be sending. In this case, I'm sending a package, but if you need to select anything, you can click the drop down button. My package weight is actually 1 ounce off, so I need to fix that. And my length, width, and height are correct. And now the delivery service. So you just want to double check that it's still on the right one that has been selected by the customer, so it is, so we're good on that. And then we will move down. Right here it says signature confirmation. We don't really need a signature confirmation on this, but if you did, you would just check the box. For really high priced items, sometimes people will insure the package. So in this case, I'm not putting insurance, but if you were, you just put the value of the package in this little box. It does tell you the estimated delivery right here. And then you can hit review, and it's going to give you your order receipt. It's going to tell you that you're ordering one label and how much it costs, and then you just hit purchase. But because I already purchased one, I'm not going to do it again. I hope that helped. Obviously, when you get to the next slide, you should see your label, and you just hit the little printer button, and then you'll print it to the right printer in your home, and it should print out perfectly. Okay, so here's the mug that I'm going to be packaging. Cool. And then I got a free sticker, a thank you card with a coupon on it for next time, and a Wicked Pebbles sticker as well. I put that in there, and now we're going to use this packaging paper to get it all packaged up. And thank you guys so much for watching. That about sums it up. If you have any more questions, you can comment below. I'll catch you guys next time.